They believe it was Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's bring it over to Marvel movies. Let's bring it over to the movie universe.
Here we go.
Here it is. We're gonna be talking movies.
Movies.
So, is Dawn of Justice going to be like not good?
Well, considering one thing I learned, especially with the movies, especially with movies that involve Batman, never underestimate the wild cards.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, because of like
Heath
the
Ledger.
Joker. Yeah, Heath Ledger, exactly.
Yeah, nobody expected. How the hell he's gonna be playing somebody like the Joker, and apparently he did it so well.
Yeah.
So well.
But then at the same time, we never thought that Arnold would be a great Mr. Freeze.
Hey, prepare for bitter harvest.
Hey, you can't say he's not unforgettable, you see.
Tonight's forecast: a freeze is coming.
Good, debatable. Unforgettable, definitely.
Pheromone dust designed to heat a man's blood. No use for the cold-hearted.
Chill out.
The thing about I am worried for this coming Batman movie because it looks like it's going to be another one of those like dark and gritty reboot kind of things.
Well,
which is
how much darker can you get with Batman?
With the reboot, I don't think it's much of a reboot. But one thing that's amazing is that, well, amazing at the same time risky, is it looks like they incorporated portions of The Dark Knight Returns. If you watched there was for a brief moment there were like photos during the one of the Comic Cons where the trailer was shown. The trailer was shown, and it was shown there a stare down between Superman and Batman.
Stare down.
Yeah, a stare down. So it was Batman on top of the with a bat signal.
Okay,
and then you can see the bat signal shining right on Superman, whose eyes were glowing red. And you finally see Batman. He's in the exact same suit he was wearing during The Dark Knight Returns, the bat armor.
So they're going big for this one.
Wait, yeah. I thought you said I thought you were talking about the Chris Nolan movies, but like they're absolutely going with DKR. Like they're absolutely going with that as a lot of the source material. Look at his suit.
Yeah, and it's not that. It's also. And the vehicle, which is still somewhat
tank.
like a tank. But the thing that's amazing is that they're taking that road, which is risky. Because what does that mean? It means it skipped a number of years.
Yeah, and it means Superman is like
older.
Well, no, it means Batman is older.
Yeah, well,
but like they're drawing a lot from Dark Knight Returns.
But they didn't make him a 50-year-old man or a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, he's about 40.
He's around 34, late 30s, 40s.
Yeah, he's not retiring age Batman.
Ben Affleck actually buffed up really well for it. So
you could tell.
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, in the shots that were stolen while he was in set, and even in his ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, you can see this.
He's buff.
He's buff. He was able to carry Jennifer Garner and throw her into the pool.
Yeah, dude, Ben Affleck. I'm actually like excited for Ben Affleck to be that. I think he's going to be an amazing Bruce Wayne
from Argo.
Bruce Wayne, he got that in the bag. The only problem I have is how can he play Batman with a cleft chin?
The cleft chin is it really that important?
Not really, but I'm just saying that as Batman, there are a lot more things that are harder for him to play because I've never seen him in a seriously dark character.
Well, as long as he doesn't have the voice, as long as he doesn't have the
gravel voice,
like as long as he doesn't have that, it's good, you know.
Well, there was a rumor flying around that he tried copying the Batman the Animated Series type, where he just lowers the octave of his voice.
Yeah, well,
I hope he does it.
Yeah, because like I think that's like the best.
It's
Batman Bruce Wayne.
It's not just the best. It's the where it all started. He was the first guy to actually think of doing that, and it worked so well because you can, even though the voice is exactly the same, you can you can really differentiate which one is Bruce, which one is Batman.
Yeah. There was one episode I distinctly remember, right? Like he had his cowl off, and he was talking to Alfred, and he's like, "Hi, Bruce Tim, not Bruce Tim, Kevin Conroy, right?" Wow. And then like he picks up the phone, and it's supposed to be Batman, and he all of a sudden was like, "Yes, Batman," like with the cowl off, it's like, "Ooh, Kevin Conroy."
Yeah, which makes me sad. Mark Hamill isn't playing Joker anymore.
Oh.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
like he's absolutely sworn off the Joker.
Yeah, after the last game, the Batman Arkham City, he stopped.
Okay.
But why?
He said it's about time he passes on the next generation. And when the next person was shown to do Batman Arkham and Arkham Origins, he actually did a good job. He was able to copy most of it, but I mean, the iconic Joker has always been Mark Hamill.
Yeah, that's what I find so like
Luke
cool about
Skywalker
Mark
as
Hamill.
the Joker.
Like he is not only is he Luke Skywalker, but he's the Joker,
Two badasses.
and he was briefly Wolverine.
Yeah, briefly during the game. There's just one thing that was interesting though. Although it's a YouTube video of him and the voice of Harley. They were sitting down. She was sitting on his lap, and he's like, "Hi, sweetie. Oh, Harley, you're the sweetest tool in my box." It's like it's just so amusing that they can just pull it out of nowhere, and it was one of those camera phone photos.
Yeah. Sort of like at one of those conventions where he says "Why so serious" in his like Joker voice.
Oh, the awesome part there was when he sang the Happy Birthday.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
insane, dude. Yeah, like I'm actually excited to, not because I think it's gonna be a particularly great movie, but I think it's gonna. But it's interesting, right?
It's gonna be something.
Like
The
to
risk-
watch out.
the
it
dawn of
looks like
justice, man.
The risk of watching a really bad movie, as opposed to the risk of watching a really good movie, is worth actually the price of admission.
Yeah,
And if it turns out that after the movie they try to go for the injustice, storyline with it.
That's gonna be
Awesome.
hard. Awesome, but I'm gonna be
but
scared by that time, dude.
it's Dark Knight. It's Dark Knight Returns, man. Like the it's raining. The most iconic like Superman Batman clash is in Dark Knight Returns. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much
actually,
where they have to get it from.
After much research, because I'm a humanities student. When I had to do research methodology and I had to do like a thesis, so quote unquote, it was Batman: The Dark Knight Returns is the focal point for modern Batman depiction.
Well, yes, that's
So
I think every comic book person knows it like implicitly that
so
like DK is really where
more
Batman,
darker Batman appeared. Yeah. So it was, you can really tell the differences between the past comics to that one comic, then going forward. The difference of how Batman was depicted was during that one comic.
Yeah, it's sort of like Batman is kind of an interesting character. Like if you look at in the beginning, he was fairly dark, right? He was like even he was fairly dark, and then later on, the comics start to lighten up because of the comics code, right? Like it starts to lighten up. You're introduced to Robin. The Adam West Batman comes out, and then we hit like the 80s, where we get Dark Knight Returns, and we get we get Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and we get that like series of Batman movies. So like it's sort of an up and down. And I think that's the way Batman works. That's my worry with Dawn of Justice. My worry with Dawn of Justice is we have just come from a pretty dark Batman. It's time for something campy.
Campy Batman.
Because after Batman and Batman Returns, we were graced with Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, which like in and of
Val Kilmer
themselves,
and what's his name? George Clooney Batman.
yeah.
Where he explicitly mentioned that he was acting out that Batman was gay.
Yeah.
Who,
So-
Val
so,
Kilmer?
No, George Clooney.
Oh.
And so you have those movies aren't like good, or they aren't like great Batman movies in and of themselves, but like they are.
They somehow contributed to the fact that there should be an up and down.
Yeah, like you can't have Batman be too dark.
So this is the reactionary to the dark Batman. You're worried about that?
No, it's just that like it's time for Batman to be light again. You know, just a little bit campy, right? Like Adam West. Because after Adam West came the animated series.
Well, that might be a problem because based on the trend of movies I know, for example, Rurouni Kenshin, it's always been more on the realism now of things rather than something amazingly campy.
But then if there's something that Marvel Studios taught us, amazingly campy can work.
Yeah,
Wait,
it can.
what, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Like Guardians of the Galaxy.
that
Heck, the
was-
Avengers was campy like nothing else.
It was fanboy heaven. It was like as insanely awesome. All the inside
Still love
jokes.
that part when the Hulk punched Thor. Then there was one
Or
where
Loki.
Loki.
Takes out Loki, like, beauty god.
No, the one where after they beat out the big, like, giant flying monster, then they both Thor and Hulk were then Thor and Hulk was like,
That was a reaction to their first fight in the carrier, remember?
yeah.
Oh, man. But, like, so what are the Marvel movies coming out, though?
Marvel movies that are coming out, Ant-Man. Besides, of course, Age of Ultron. They're coming
Doctor
out
Strange.
with the Doctor Strange.
Johnny Depp.
Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America 3 Civil War.
And also Iron Man. They said it's going to be in the works.
Oh, yeah, because of Robert Downey Jr. being, like, on Ellen. Movies. Like,
Yeah.
On DC side, they also have a good set of movies. The one of them they're actually waiting for is
Shazam. Oh, my God, man. Captain Marvel with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, but Dwayne,
He's going to be playing Black Adam, right?
Which is perfect actually for him.
Yeah.
He can Black Adam doesn't need that much, intensive acting. All you have to do is to act like
That much.
So what are you saying about The Rock?
no,
It
basically
doesn't need that much
No,
range to
you know
play
how,
Black
you know how
Adam.
you know how you need to play Black Adam. You have to be the Scorpion King, which he got it down.
Well, to be fair, he could be like he could be a good. He could also be like a good Captain Marvel, though. If
I'm gonna face palm if that happens.
Well, he's gonna be a terrible Billy Batson, yes, but like
A terrible Billy Bat.
No, because Billy Bats, Captain Marvel has to act childish, and at the same time has to like truth, justice, and lightning.
I don't think it's going to be. I think people are going to be too hung up on his little kid saying Shazam, you're the Rock.
that'd be so cool. You have little kids running around going Shazam.
Yeah, I hope that one turns out nice. I was always a big fan of
Captain
Marvel, Shazam, and whatnot.
But,
But it only became Shazam recently naman eh.
Yeah.
But-
It used to be Captain Marvel.
Yeah, you gotta hand it to the movie companies. I mean, no matter what, the 2015 looks packed, and I guess you could say that comic book movies have gone so far ahead from Shaquille O'Neal's turn as a
From his what you call it?
what was that character?
Steel.
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
enjoyed it.
The multi-purpose hammer.
Although AG violently disagrees with like the idea of comic book movies,
Violently.
Define violently.
well, he's like, I'm not gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy because of
He doesn't know what it means, but yeah.
like I'm not gonna watch it on principle because like it's becoming too. There's just too many of them.
Well,
like it's gonna crash.
Well, here's the thing.
crash and burn, right?
Our comics, when we read them, when we understandably, it's still percentage imagination.
Yeah.
Because yes, there's still say so percentage imagination of the transition from let's say a punch.
Me while I vape.
Yeah, it's our thing now.
No, we just keep on talking.
Yeah.
Enjoying
So
Custard.
So in any case, the thing about it is, comic book movies allow us at least a glimpse of a possible way it could be depicted in our minds.
Yeah, because comic books are pretty much storyboards.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like watching it from a thing but more reality than just imagining it up. I would dream for the time wherein I could actually translate my imagination into actual like movies and whatnot. But
I
as
rue the day.
but as for now, this is good. This is not bad by itself, and they're doing a good job.
well, not all of them. I would say. Like the Marvel movies are Marvel Studios movies are amazing, like without a doubt.
Yep.
The DC have much to answer for.
They're gonna have to step up a bit more.
But then, like say, like Fox, for example. Like I was not a fan of Days of Future Past.
Fox is not doing an X-Men justice. I guess.
Well, the Days in Future Past was, considering the other X-Men movies, was okay.
So much better than the other X-Men movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
But it's still not quite.
Well, First Class was pretty good. Right, like I found First Class pretty good. So say like the Sony movies, like I'm not a particularly big fan of Andrew Garfield. I'm not a particularly big fan of that Spider-Man.
At least recently they're a bit more canon.
Yeah.
They stick more to the comics, which is nice, considering the fact that Gwen Stacy. Although one of the prevalent requests that they have is like, you know what?
Dye her hair red.
Just dye her red, and we won't argue. It's good for us. Let's go.
Well, because of the whole Andrew Garfield, what's her name?
Emma Stone pairing.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Their dating thing.
Man. Because in comic books, Spider-Man, it was shown that the reason why Spider-Man chose Mary Jane was because she looks, face-wise, she looks nearly exactly like Gwen.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well,
Mary Jane, the party girl.
Yeah.
She's a bit of a party girl.
Frustrated actress.
Yeah. Like admittedly, I didn't watch the second Spider-Man movie. Like the second, the one where they had the Sinister Six and everything.
At least you were spared the web turning into a hand trying to grab Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
Oh man.
Although it's kind of sad that they nerfed how she died. she basically just hit the ground like that.
Oh, she like her neck didn't snap.
No, her neck snapped, but by hitting the ground.
Not because Spider-Man tried to save her.
Spider-Man was able to grab her, but it was just a bit too late.
Oh.
So what happened was, in the for those of you who don't know, spoiler alert. Although pretty much
right for a comic book that happened like 60 years.
But I'm pretty sure, considering the time frame, this is now public property. Again, based on law, 50 years.
Yeah, but we're discussing the movie. Dude. We're discussing the movie. It's not.
All right. No, in the comics, I'm saying.
No, not even.
Not even.
Anyway, in the comics, basically,
Disney owns it. Once Disney owns something, it's perpetually owned.
It was
copyright laws change whenever Mickey Mouse comes up.
He's kind of like a black hole for copyright infringement.
Yeah, whenever like Mickey Mouse's patent copyrights are about to expire, like the law changes.
Anyway, so what happened was that it was based on more of Spider-Man's inexperience, because when Green Goblin threw Gwen Stacy off a bridge, not inside a clock tower, off a bridge, he was able to hit her with a web before she even hit the water, but he forgot one important thing in physics, which is the whiplash effect. So once instead of letting it just bounce, he pulled really hard and
snapped her neck. Right, so that's debatable though. There's like a big debate in comics as to whether like whether Spider-Man snapped her neck.
Well, no, it was pretty obvious, man.
It was pretty clear though, because the panel said crack.
Yeah, but the debate would be who was at fault. Was it Green Goblin for actually putting her in that position, or for Spider-Man for trying to save her? Because technically speaking, I'm pretty sure she can swim.
That is such a that's something that Peter Parker has to live with for the rest of his life. Why didn't I just let her swim?
No, he has survivor's guilt to the point where he's like, instead of blaming himself, he was like, "Damn you, Green Goblin! It's your fault. It's not mine."
What's it? Even with like Uncle Ben.
Damn you, wrestling man!
Your fault. But yeah, like, how do you think they're gonna Sony's gonna proceed? Like, they're really thinking about like,
giving Emma Stone a red wig?
I mean, like they're planning to They're planning to fill out the universe. Like they're gonna expand the universe. They're gonna do like a Sinister Six movie. They're gonna.
Well, here's the thing. I can understand Onslaught a bit. I can understand what you call it, the Thanos a bit. If they do Onslaught, I'm gonna laugh my head off because that means every although in the Infinity Gauntlet series, every superhero was there. It wasn't really focused on a number. It was more focused on the Avengers and what you call it, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Adam and what you call it, Adam Warlock.
Yes.
Now, when it came to Onslaught, it was every superhero
every single one,
on Earth versus him.
Right.
So it's hard enough for Joss Whedon to actually control all those superstars in one major film.
Yeah, and give them enough time.
And give them enough time. Give the storyline enough chance to
develop.
So the only way I could see it possible if he actually makes a 3-part movie. So
Avengers 3 Part 1.
Avengers 3 trilogy.
Which is impossible unless, of course, again he does like a 12-hour movie, which I would honestly not mind.
Well, that was sort of the Lord of the Rings, right? Like the extended edition, like the Lord of the Rings. That's
12
pretty much
hours,
a 12-hour movie.
Yeah,
like
Passover.
So
oh my god,
it was. I guess they'd have to find a way around it because there is a limit to how good a movie can get. Even though you have the best actors, the best acting, the best storyline, the best director, the best producer, they can't make an awesome movie that's really, really, really long.
They're going with Civil War, right?
Which is actually
pretty long.
Yeah, but the nice thing about Civil War is with the factions of the Avengers itself, they can just add some minor superheroes or cameos, and that'll be good enough. It's still pretty much just a battle between Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah, like Superman and Batman. Yeah. So that's the conspiracy theory, Like the reason Captain America 3 is going to be is going to be Captain America versus Iron Man is because of Superman versus Batman.
Well, DC actually kind of admitted it based on how they're acting that they cannot in no way challenge Marvel yet.
Yeah, they really
movie-wise.
I like how you said yet.
Yet, because I still have a firm belief that the potential is there. They just don't know how to manipulate it yet because they got no Joss Whedon yet.
It was supposed to be Jeff Johns. You were supposed to be the one. Why don't they ask like Paul Dini? He's like right there.
Creative
differences.
I really hope that they get something good out, especially Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
I have
high hopes. At the same time, I should lower my expectations a bit.
Yeah.
Although it was shown there in an interview with Ben Affleck, he actually said that he hated acting as Daredevil because he felt that it was totally wrong.
Why?
Because it was.
It was
the entire thing was wrong, or
no,
it was
as
a blind person was wrong.
The script wasn't great,
it was a terrible movie. There are movies that I rewatch when as a kid I was like, this sucks, and then when I rewatch it, oh, it's awesome. Daredevil's like consistently bad. It's like, okay, it's bad as a teen. Then I finally get this knowledge about movies and storylines and whatnot. I watch it again. It's worse.
It's like on the same level as Elektra.
Well, we don't talk about
the movie that
there are things that you must not cross, lines that you must cross.
Yeah, right. Because some of those are very bad.
See, Marvel's not,
Totally talking about Catwoman.
Oh Jesus!
There's another thing. You do not turn Catwoman. You don't turn Catwoman into an African American.
It was a mystical. My problem with it was the mystical thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I guess it's fine to have an African American Catwoman. It isn't like so ingrained to her character that like she has to be.
That's totally not in it for the sake of racism.
It was the mystical thing that I couldn't get behind.
For me, it felt too much like putting Halle Berry onto a pedestal with the facade of it being a movie about Catwoman. That's what I felt wrong about it.
It's pretty much I guess she has I'm not saying anything, but based on her attitude towards superhero movies, even in X-Men, she was
the reason why, right?
The only reason why she was there was because she demanded a big role.
more action. That's
and
why
so they
Scott
had to cut out
die.
Scott Summers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was doing Superman at the time, so scheduling.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing we don't.
Brandon
speak
loves
of, man.
Superman. What's his career now again?
What career?
It's horrible.
I remember there was this one video on YouTube wherein they inducted him into the Society of Supermen. So you got everyone there.
It's I don't know. The entire like thing about Superman. If you look at every Superman movie that has ever come out, like it's always been about real estate.
Real estate.
How much real estate is destroyed?
I mean, not only that, but like the reason that Zod came to Earth in the most recent Superman movie
To terraform it.
Yeah, to terraform it because like they needed land.
Yeah, they need the new planet.
Like think through all of the Superman movies that have come out while I get myself a glass of water, and like think about how real estate is pretty much the reason that it's all going crazy.
Really? Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor. I don't think it was about real estate.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There was Gene Hackman.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of. Well, I guess it's more in the sense that everything is based on, with the world being somebody owning the world or somebody controlling the world for his own purposes, being the mighty tyrant.
Huh?
But I don't know. We'll have to delve in this a little deeper.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to this since it was Chow's argument
First,
and he's
yeah.
off
Well,
getting water.
besides that, I'm gonna have to watch all these Superman movies again just to make sure.
Not Superman 3.
Well, there is a Superman 3?
In the much lauded Superman 4.
Lauded as in
Lauded and awful.
there is a new meaning of awful. It is Superman 4.
Hey, come on, man.
As far as I'm concerned, there is no superpower from Superman about throwing his S.
You know what's really good? You know what's really good though?
Or his sign for hope.
Like it is great that we have come to a point where like we're comfortable saying that this superhero movie, that superhero movie is terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's good that we can say that now because we actually have good superhero movies constantly coming out.
We actually have a point of comparison.
Yeah.
And like you say
it's not just disappointing anymore.
Yeah.
We can
And
actually
have
gauge how horrible it is.
We have so many coming out that like it's okay that a few of them suck,
Rather badly.
Man. I really didn't like Superman. Superman Returns, nor Man of Steel. Man of Steel was meh, but
Yeah.
It still wasn't out there. It's better. Still not great.
Well, at least it's not like the Hulk.
Oh
Yeah.
totally forgot about that.
3 reboots and still nothing.
See Ang's Hulk.
Yeah.
Eric Bana.
What's it?
But I have to say, the female lead was still awesome.
Jennifer Connelly?
Yeah, she's still one of my crushes for all time. She's old, but damn.
You don't say old, David.
Fine,
She's
aged.
mature.
Let's hope this not lead anywhere else.
So that Aunt May.
Wait.
That's old. I'm looking forward to what they're planning, what could be possible with their current Hulk. What's his name again? I keep forgetting. I like his actor. Him.
It was kind of for me. It was kind of it was kind of sad, initially when
The Hulk.
Edward Norton said
me when I'm angry.
when Edward Norton backed out from Avengers.
Why? Wait, he demands a lot of control and says, right?
No. He actually just gave it away to this. What's his name again?
What was his name?
13
Mark
going on
Ruffalo.
30. Yeah,
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Mark's Buffalo.
Anyway, this guy. I mean, he was. I mean, I was kind of sad because Edward Norton was actually doing a pretty good job, but apparently Mark Ruffalo didn't do so bad.
Like a better job, I think, than Ed Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he looks like he looks like the type of guy who'd actually be like the nerdy kind sort of guy who has lots of repression.
Yeah.
I agreed. I think Mark Ruffalo got the whole I don't alienated, I don't belong here much better than Edward Norton, because Edward Norton kind of got the whole nerdy part, but he still kind of belonged.
Well, the thing that I the thing that I find different, right, and this is why I like Mark Ruffalo better as the Hulk, is Edward Norton looked hassled.
Yeah.
Like he looked tired and hassled, whereas Mark Ruffalo, he played it very. He was very cool. He was very collected. Like you could tell that he wasn't trying to fight it. He was just there, but you could feel the tension. I guess that's it.
I guess it's you have to consider the storylines because.
Well, yeah, fine.
Yeah, because that time he was really hassled. He was still in the mindset
He was still running
I
away
will
from
try
him.
to control this monster inside me. Then in the end, you saw that he was able to finally just learn how to unleash it. And it was again going to the Avengers. He was always angry. He just knew that okay, it's not the time to be angry-er. So he was more. It was
pissed.
not
He
more
just
of
never
in
let it.
control of himself as much as he knew what can piss him off, and he knew how to avoid it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I don't know. I get that. I
What's
got
the
that
trigger?
feeling.
I like how Marvel just kind of sidestepped the whole origin of the Hulk story. Like, let's start where he's already the Hulk.
Well, what was it? The Edward Norton Hulk is in canon, right?
Yeah,
That's
it
the
is.
one that's in
I guess he
canon.
broke Brooklyn. He said that, in Avengers.
And it was also mentioned before the creation of the Avengers that when they were talking about the Abomination.
Yeah.
So they were initially they were slating on getting the Abomination into the fold, but apparently Tony Stark pissed off the general.
Yeah, but it's in
There was
canon, and it's funny though because we think about when we think about the Marvel movies, the first one is always Iron Man that comes to mind, but the first one is actually the Hulk. Anyway,
Yeah. They weren't all great. So it's on the record. Not every Marvel movie that was headed by Marvel was great.
except anyway,
Yeah.
I just felt the need to say except because that's what people do. Anyway, yeah.
Well, there are a whole lot of other movies coming out, right? Neil Gaiman said something about Vertigo movies.
No, there was 2 movies by Neil Gaiman that's in the
Works.
that in the work. No, basically initially it's called Development Hell. Yeah, Sandman and Death. What you call it? Something Among Us. It's basically the story of Death in Sandman, in Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where in that her one day as a human being every so often.
So Death Among Us.
No,
yeah.
I forgot that. I'll try to find the
The
name,
actual
but-
title.
Yeah. Anyway, that one was supposed to be slated to come out. That one movie,
Right.
Death, about death.
Yeah.
Then it was also thrown into Development Hell, and now there's an announcement that the Sandman is going to push through, and it might push through even as a series. And I'm like, it's actually more plausible as a
it's
series,
better off as a series.
than
Yeah.
a movie.
Yeah,
but at the same time, knowing Neil Gaiman's track record when it comes to movies, and any TV show, it's Development Hell. Here we go.
There was that one. There was that one movie that was pretty good. Mirror Mask.
Oh,
That's not
yeah,
bad.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. It might as well have been a comic book movie, dude. That was what was it? That was Dave McKean.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Dave McKean's art as well. Going back to like that thing about like some of my favorite art. Dave McKean is like a really good artist. He worked with Grant Morrison in Arkham Asylum, right? That was Dave McKean. Yeah, there. Anyway,
All right. Yeah.
So what about the comic book video games?
yeah, comic book video games.
Injustice.
Guys, among us.
Injustice is awesome. I kind of regret the fact that I sold my Red Sun version.
What?
I kind of like.
I had the reserved Red Sun version of Injustice Gods Among Us.
Yeah.
I traded it in after playing for it with it nonstop because I was trying to stop myself from playing.
yeah.
It's a legit reason to give it in.
And then after I did, I was like, no.
What's it? Paulo from Third World Games like going insane. Like, no, why? You should have sold it to me at a discount.
Here's the thing: it's still there where I sold it.
Now he's like, where is this?
Where is this, please?
Swear to me.
Well, you need a plane ticket.
Where's the red sound version?
But it was fun because I was able to use the DLCs, and I got the Red Sun costumes, and
Nice.
which is pretty.
I get the feeling that that's like your favorite Elseworld.
No. My
Red
favorite
Sun.
Elseworld is always Kingdom Come. Red Sun would be probably a close second or third.
What Elseworld should DC make DC or Marvel? Although even though like Elseworld is pretty much like a brand kind of thing, but like what alternate thing from DC, like what if story or whatever, would make a good movie apart from Red Sun and
Dark
Kingdom
Knight
Come?
Returns.
Yeah, but that's totally what they're making.
Yeah,
You're already making it.
that's hard because honestly, some of the storylines in Elseworlds are just crap. For example, there's this one wherein it's basically why the last man crossover, wherein the only man left in the world was supposedly Superman.
What?
Because of a super virus that killed off all the guys who were not Superman.
Such as the last man.
So what happened was he left a bit of his DNA to repopulate because there's to repopulate the world, except for one where he actually was able to get it on with Lois Lane. And
Total Bone Age.
no, here's the thing. There's apparently one more human being who was alive and
Which is?
trapped himself in his suit.
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Here's the amazing thing about it. They kept in canon what would happen if you put a super fetus inside a normal human being.
If Superman actually impregnated Lois Lane.
Yeah, basically ripped her apart.
Yeah.
And again, the motherly figure became Wonder Woman.
It all goes back to Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Did you see what's her name? That's gonna play Wonder Woman. What do you think of that?
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot.
Like Israeli or something, right?
Yeah, Gal Gadot. I've seen her in the Fast and Furious movies. The only thing I would say with her is there are two possible problems. Acting, she can totally do it.
Really?
Yeah, she can. No, she can, because in the Fast and the Furious, kasi, she plays a badass, and she pulls it off really well.
Okay.
And the problem I have lang is, first of all, despite the fact that she's been working out, she's nowhere near the iconic Wonder Woman with the partial bicep that can take down anything.
Partial bicep?
I'm trying to put it lightly. She's still feminine and she's still hot. Anyway, secondly, she has a very thick accent. Yes.
Yeah. But
Well, Wonder Woman came from Greece.
Greece, not Israel.
well, technically, she came from heaven. And we're going. That's the origin they're going for. They're going for the daughter of Zeus thing, like the New 52 origin, not the made out of clay.
She's the daughter of Zeus in the New 52.
Yeah.
So she's literally with a human being.
Gotcha.
She's a demigod. Well, she was always known as a demigod, but
But then not like the clay thing.
Yeah,
Even more
not-
capability to bear Superman's sperm.
Yeah.
well, considering the
It's super
fact
potent.
that I still like that.
Semi-god.
No, it's been shown that she's more than capable, dude. Because in Kingdom Come, the last conversation they had with Batman was because Lois Lane wanted to announce to Batman was that she was pregnant. And then Batman, of course, is like, we have an announcement to make. Sabi ni Wonder Woman and Batman says, "You're pregnant." Like,
You know that?
Batman. Then how could you possibly know that? Well, for a woman of perfect physique, you put on a little weight, and there are other things. Then she did something. She was able to actually shock Batman. It was like, all right, I want you to escape I want to see your escape artistry. I want you to be the Godfather.
Run!
So basically, we have the most powerful being on Earth, trained by Batman.
Oh. There's a TV show there, dude. or like a buddy cop movie.
The new Robin is a super.
Like the new Robin being his godson.
Sick him, boy, sick him.
Put this on.
Alright. This Robin can fly.
That would make
His
sense.
body, his Robin got wings.
Oh man. Yeah. Who else is confirmed to be in Dawn of Justice?
Aquaman will make an appearance. Oh, no, actually, played by Jason Momoa.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Which actually,
52 Aquaman.
yeah, it actually looks good because he can totally play it. I saw his. You saw the video that was showcased of his audition tape.
Nope.
No.
He did the Samoan, the Okamate of the New Zealand.
I said the dance thing. With
Yeah, and he did Maori.
Yeah.
He did
Okay.
it so well, and we were like, "Whoa, he can actually play
Aquaman.
a badass Aquaman."
Yeah, because like as of late, Aquaman has been pretty badass.
So
dude.
new 52 Aquaman. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was showcased. They tried. Superman was like, "What can you do?" Well, here I can summon things that are unknown.
There was that one scene in and I'm hoping they do like a scene like this in Dawn of Justice. In the first issue of Aquaman in the New 52, like he walks into a restaurant and people behind the bar are like, "Oh, it's Aquaman. Do you want a glass of water?" It's like, "No." Well, then he orders fish.
and everybody's like, what?
Now, I saw this one comic where it wasn't a comic; it was a drawing wherein Aquaman is more awesome than anyone. He can summon Cthulhu.
Oh,
He can summon the Kraken.
release the Kraken!
Well, if anybody could do that, that would be Aquaman.
Could summon Godzilla.
Yeah, he could.
He could.
And those kaiju from
Gamera.
Actually, pretty badass.
Yeah.
yeah. It's gonna
Pacific Rim.
some of the Pacific Rim guys. I was thinking about something again. Totally forgot.
I summoned Guillermo del Toro.
Anyway, yeah, those were the only two mentioned that will probably make a showcase in
No Flash.
No Flash.
Oh, Flash.
There was another one. I just forgot who. I don't think it's Martian Manhunter.
Who'd play a good Martian Manhunter? Do you think?
Green Arrow.
The Green Arrow, kasi that's what one thing. Are they going to incorporate the
TV? No.
No. Wait, let me think.
If they did,
Who
they'd
would
have to
play
incorporate
Martian
Smallville.
Manhunter?
What?
Who would play Martian Manhunter?
Who would?
We need somebody tall, somebody with I would probably have a thick British accent.
Neil Gaiman. As the Martian Manhunter. As John Jones.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
He can.
Could be the Martian
He
Manhunter.
can.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
He has
And
his own
what do you
eyeballs.
think about the young Lex Luthor?
Alexander Luthor?
No. In
Sorry.
in Dawn of Justice,
Ah.
it's going to be played by that guy from.
I like how you start with that guy.
And I'm trying to remember because I don't remember his name. He's from the Facebook movie.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Like that.
Yeah, that-
the guy who played Mark Zuckerberg
Yeah.
in the Facebook movie.
Yeah,
I was
he's
hoping-
gonna be Lex Luthor.
Huh.
I was kidding when I said Alexander Luthor. But he looks like he would be.
Well, technically speaking, his name is Alexander.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from what's it?
Small.
Crisis on Infinite Earth or
Yeah.
Infinite Crisis. I can't. Which one was it?
Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Infinite Crisis.
Infinite Crisis. That's the one where you have Alexander Luthor, who turns out to be the actual bad guy from Earth 2, right?
Yes.
Huh.
That's like
Yeah.
he looks. He would look like an Alexander Luthor.
He could play the part because he was young, but this time they also made him young.
Isn't he supposed to be like older than Clark Kent?
Yeah.
Older, the same age.
Yeah, that. Well, But then Clark Kent is kind of young in this one, right? So
No, he's been like 30, right?
Yeah, he's already in his
He's 30,
30s.
right?
So this is probably the first time that Lex Luthor has ever been way younger. The only other time was when Superman, during the death of Superman, when Luthor transferred his brain into a younger
Oh
body.
god,
But-
another young super genius type
Yeah.
character.
flashing back to Superior Spider-Man.
Oh god. Interesting.
That was Axel.
I want to see that in a movie, Sony, where Doctor Octopus like
There's
brain
speaking of
stuff,
Spider-Man,
yeah.
there's just one character that I miss that I would say is my favorite, and he's recently came out again.
in the closet.
Kane.
No. He came out as a character.
Who?
Kane.
Kane.
Yeah.
Kane, like the pro wrestler Kane?
Well, considering his initial costume,
Yeah.
he's one of the first clone
He's the
of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
deformed
yeah.
clone. Yeah.
Are they is that going to, you think they're going to go into that like in the movies?
I hope so,
I
man.
hope so, man. He's an awesome
The
guy.
Ben Riley story
Yeah,
arc is going to be awesome.
The Clone Wars, my goodness.
God,
So to speak.
some people hate the Clone Wars. They're the clone, yeah.
Yeah, but you get a version of Spider-Man that can basically,
No,
instead of sticking to buildings,
he
can
rips
rip
the
it.
whole wall off and then slams it on Rhino.
Slightly more badass.
Clone Saga, you see, like
The
I
Clone
don't
Saga,
like
yeah.
the Clone Saga.
Well-
Actually, what I want to see in a movie is that Spider-Man where he takes on Kraven the Hunter
Ah,
and like dies or something.
that's the one with the spider totems, right? The
Yeah,
one where he
yeah.
gets the extra spider powers.
Yeah, pretty much like
But he gets like the spider stingers, the web spinnerets actually become embedded into his skin. So basically, you're transforming him into the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 version. The Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, no,
Tobey
Spider-Man,
Maguire Spider-Man.
everybody else knows and loves.
like, but then like
It's a mixed feeling.
Everybody else.
because like Kraven the Hunter, like in the beginning, he was sort of like a joke character, right?
Yeah.
And then you have that particular storyline where he just pretty much takes out Spider-Man and tries to be Spider-Man for like a week or something. And it's like some of the most powerful writing I've ever read on a Spider-Man comic. And like it ends with Kraven the Hunter dying. And I think he's still dead. It
Yeah.
ends with Kraven the Hunter dying.
Yes, still dead.
And at the
He's
end...
alive.
Ah, damn it.
What?
Yeah, he was alive.
Thanks, Saxel.
He did stuff with the Hulk.
He did
He did
stuff
stuff with that.
Wait, when you mean stuff?
He
We
He
didn't
interrogated
really
the
took care
Hulk
of it.
for where
He
the-
interrogated the Hulk.
Oh,
Yeah. Can't hear him. So it's something about interrogating the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what's it? I want to see that because like it's one of the best like character studies on Kraven the Hunter, and like that guy has become my favorite Spider-Man villain because of that arc or because of that story.
Yeah, but I think Sony would go, since the route Sony has been taking so far has been more spectacle. They
the
might go with
Sinister Six.
Sinister
Yeah,
Six.
they're gonna make a Sinister
Mysterio.
Six standalone movie though. I don't understand how or why they're gonna do that, but they're gonna make a Sinister Six standalone movie.
No Spider-Man involved.
Nope.
Or probably just cameos at most.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Like a CJ. They can't
Meeting up
afford
in a-
Andrew Garfield anymore.
getting Andrew Garfield
to get an
back.
Andrew Garfield, they must have an Emma Stone.
Yeah. This is all Marvel's fault, dude. Like the whole like it has to be in a connected universe and it has to be part of something bigger. It's all Marvel's fault.
To be able to get it done, they got Andrew Garfield and made Emma Stone into a series of flashbacks.
Yeah. Like, can't the superhero movie just exist sui generis as it is? Like, can't it just be
The
a
one movie?
superhero movie without any continuity to think about? Is that possible? Is that a good idea?
Well, there depends if the movie itself is standalone. Otherwise, it won't work.
Yeah, but then like the Spider-Man movies, for example, with Andrew Garfield in them.
Because they tried that, remember, with the Superman before this one.
The Superman we do not talk about.
Yeah, it was a standalone. Look what happened. It stood alone as the worst.
like all of a
Together we
sudden,
stand.
like all of a sudden, like Sony now wants to create like the Spider-Man universe or whatever. You know, like Fox is gonna create an X-Men plus Fantastic Four thing. Like,
This is why
What?
Spider-Man.
Well, although it might be possible because the Fantastic Four actually worked
with the X-Men.
with Spider-Man.
Yeah, but then that's like two separate companies, right? Fox and Sony, right?
Wait,
Like
Fantastic
Sony is
Four
kinda
and
screwed
X-Men.
right now.
I'm trying to think of an actual. No, they don't.
Yeah,
but I can't think of any.
they kind of wanted to be part of the Avengers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, if
They were talking
anything.
about the Oscorp Tower being in New York.
Oh,
when
they could go for AVX, where like Sue Storm and Wolverine travel back in time and do the whole like
this whole time travel thing again.
Wait, or was that Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron.
It might have been Age of Ultron, not the movie, but like the comic book.
Yeah,
This was the two totally different things.
Yeah,
The
Age of
comic book was,
Ultron.
Hank Pym or whatever.
yeah. They killed Hank. Well, they killed and not killed Hank Pym.
Yeah. What's your take on like Age of Ultron? Like, what's your take on not having Hank Pym as being the source of Ultron?
Well, considering the storyline, it's plausible. However, if that's the case, kasi, the good thing is they made sure that Hank Pym won't be the Ant-Man. It's not Hank Pym; it's the protege.
Oh, what's his name?
I forgot. It's the one who stole the suit
Yeah,
initially,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
So I think it's okay, considering that if there's somebody who's insane enough to do it, and considering what happened, it would be
Tony Stark.
because remember, right now he's having that post-traumatic stress disorder with what happened during the first Avengers.
Yeah, and it also makes sense that Jarvis is no longer like an actual butler.
He's now Vision. It actually makes so much sense, and I'm excited for that for one reason. Jarvis played his role well, so he would probably make a really good Vision.
Yeah. And then Ultron. Apparently, they're gonna make Ultron's mouth move.
Not in the so far. Wala pa naman. It's not there yet in the trailer.
Yeah, but Ultron was in the trailer. Oh no, that was the Vision.
No. He was shown
Wait,
there,
what?
but he wasn't. He didn't move his
What did I
mouth.
see? Yeah, looks like they're gonna make him move his mouth though. It looks movable.
In Ultron,
Usually, it's
Yeah.
just the flashing of the
eyes.
of the mouth area, but it's made with light.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
flashes
yeah.
lang when he
When he
talks.
I was actually hoping that Vin Diesel would play Ultron.
But we got
Oh,
Groot.
we got.
I am Ultron.
I was
I am
totally
Ultron.
hoping that he would play Ultron. Oh, because he looks the part.
Who is that? There's this hero who would have been played well by Vin Diesel. I just forget who.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
Gruff voice,
he can
No
play
hair.
like the first Nick Fury.
no hair.
No hair.
Just throwing it out there.
Bringing back the first Nick Fury.
Who could he play? Who would you put? I'd put Vin Diesel in the Marvel universe as Ultron. Like, how would you cast Vin Diesel?
I'm thinking. Wait, give me a minute.
Rhino.
No, not Rhino. Although it's possible. No.
And because so because,
Dude.
Oh,
He would totally be able to play at least a modern version of what's it called? What's the name of that Spider-Man villain? The big fat white guy.
That's a lot of
Pin thing.
Yeah,
Kingpin.
Kingpin. He can pull that off.
He could. But then the Kingpin on Daredevil, the terrible movie. What was his name? The guy that was in
God rest his soul. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot his name. But
Yeah,
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. To me, he was the perfect Kingpin.
Yeah, he played the part well because Kingpin, first of all, he was an ambitious and scary guy.
Yeah.
And secondly, he hit the part wherein he looks fat, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's one big gigantic chunk of muscle.
So you'd put Vin Diesel as
Kingpin.
So this is it, man. Right? Vin Diesel gets to play Ultron, and we don't have a Groot now, right? That goes to Christian Bale.
But no, it will be. I'm Groot.
He could also play, I guess, for me, Thing or Doom. After the armor sticks to his face.
Wait, who? Christian Bale?
Sure, yeah. No, Doom, more Doom. Or Vin Diesel.
I am Doom. He always talks to himself in the third person. Yeah, he can totally pull it off.
The vanity.
Yeah, because even in, you dare fight Doom, you will bring doom upon yourself.
Yeah,
and
he's
he
good.
always talks about himself.
Yeah, I could bring some of that Riddick, charm to Doom.
I am Doom.
Yes.
Right.